Hi, this is Georgina with Georgina Kylo Yoga, and I'm here to tell you about a free workshop that I'm offering today. This is the Gentle Beginnings Yoga Workshop, and also to invite you to the 4-week series that will also be an online program. I am a heart yoga teacher as well as a therapeutic yoga teacher, and I love gentle yoga. I'm happy to bring a gentle practice to you where you will find ease, strength, and flexibility through gentle yoga. In this workshop today, you will bring in more love and awareness to our muchly neglected feet. So, one of the quotes that came to me when I was doing my yoga training over 7 years ago, actually probably longer, it was 8 or 9 years ago, is a quote that I found in my journal. And the quote is, "Yoga is the fastest way to find that beautiful friend within." This came to me when I was doing my yoga training with Karuna of Heart Yoga in Nelson. I was going through quite a bad time with mental health, with depression and anxiety. And I love that this quote came to me during a very gentle yoga practice. Another quote that I love is by Rolf Gatzler. It is, "Yoga is not a workout, it is a work in." And this is the point of spiritual practice, to make us teachable, to open our hearts and focus our awareness so we can know what we already know and who we already are. So, what is therapeutic yoga? Yoga therapy is a holistic approach to health, well-being to those who are experiencing illness, injury, and mental health issues. It is a holistic approach to health and well-being. As a yoga therapist or a therapeutic yoga teacher, I am trained to work with clients who are experiencing injury, illness, and mental health issues. We are able to bring all of this together by including mindful breathing, gentle and supportive yoga postures, anatomy education, and meditation. So, how do we work this so you're getting your goals met? We want to address specific concerns. Gentle Beginnings is an online video series with a therapeutic yoga approach. The focus is to work with the body you already have so you can begin to find time to practice in a way which brings you ease. The way I do this is you begin by answering a short intake form, and we will have a one-on-one session either over the phone or through a Zoom video conference where we can address your personal goals or concerns. The goal is to feel better without stressing your body. When you come out of a therapeutic yoga college, each college has its own way of expressing what therapeutic yoga is. At the Ajna Yoga College, one of their tools, which they talk about, is the following. Rather than diagnose or try to treat mental conditions, therapeutic yoga uses evidence-based tools and techniques of yoga to cultivate an integration of the body, mind, and spirit. So, where will we begin on this journey together? Let's begin with our foundation. We want to build a strong foundation and body awareness of each yoga posture. We then put this into practice. A regular practice of a similar sequence enables you to practice with more ease. This way, the body knows what to expect. So each week, when we practice for the 4-week series, you will have a majority of the poses be very similar with additional new poses each week. By having these two strong practice and foundations together, we are able to find a way of becoming to a calm place. So we're building off of the strong foundation and the regular practice where you will naturally be aware of feeling more peace. Once the body begins to relax and feel nourished, your mind will soon follow. So, how will this series start? It's a 4-week series where each week you will receive a PDF of your practice, a video, as well as some information about a little bit of anatomy of the focus we are working on. And you will receive a printable journal page which you can print so you can keep track of your progress each week. Week 1, we will be moving more into the yoga for our feet. Week 2, we begin to notice the movements of the spine, so a gentle yoga practice for a healthy spine. Week 3, we work towards releasing tension in the neck and shoulders, so a gentle yoga for tight shoulders and neck. Week 4, we bring it all together with breath and a restorative practice. Many do not know, but restorative yoga is an advanced practice. And by week 4, you'll know all the great movements and be ready to settle in with mindfulness practice of meditation and breath work. What will you need to prepare for the 4 weeks or even for what we're going to do today? First of all, wear comfy clothes. You do not need to wear spandex or buy expensive fancy yoga clothes. You're practicing in the comfort of your own home, so just be comfortable, have some water or a nice cup of tea to sip close by. What kind of props will you need? It's worth investing into some props for yoga. Have a nice yoga mat, 2 blocks, even 1 block is fine, a massage ball or tennis ball, and a nice comfortable blanket. All of these things you can buy at your local Walmart or even by going on Amazon. And there are some great yoga places online, such as halfmoon.com, which is a Canadian company where you can get really nice quality yoga props. So let's take a moment here to begin with your breath. If you're not sitting on a mat or on a nice soft surface, go to a place where you can become comfortable. So you can sit on your bed, lay down on your bed, or sit on your yoga mat. See if you can keep your hips a little bit higher than your knees. Take your hands and place them on your ribs. Close your eyes and notice your natural breath. Feel how your belly rises and falls. Your ribs expand and heart center rises. Root down through your sits bones and feel your lengthening of your spine by imagining you're being lifted through the tips of your ears and the crown of your head is shining towards the sky. We now simply begin to lengthen the inhales and exhales. You can inhale through the nose and long relaxed exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And now that we have practiced our breath, let's begin to explore our feet. Our feet are like many other parts of our body. When our feet are healthy, they are aligned well and they move and stretch on a regular basis. So let's take a moment to explore this. With yourself sitting on a mat or on your bed, stretch out both feet in front of you. Point your toes away from you and notice the calf and the Achilles tendon, which joins the big calf muscle to the heel bone, are short and compressed, while the front of the ankle is stretched. When we point our toes away, this is plantar flexion. Plantar flexion moves towards the bottom of the foot where the plantar fascia is and where you plant your foot on the ground. A good example of this when we use this in yoga is Virasana or hero pose. Let's reverse the action by pushing out the heels and pulling the toes back towards your shins. You'll notice the Achilles and the calf are lengthened and stretched, while the muscles and tendons of the front of the ankle and shin are shortened and contracted. Notice where you feel the lengthening and where you feel the tightening in your feet. So, as I said before, our feet are similar to many parts of our body. They're also very similar to our hands and have a lot in common. Both have sensory nerve endings, joints, and structural similarities. Our feet have 28 bones, 30 joints, and 20 muscles, which is a lot to fit into a very small space. When we begin by grounding through our feet, it helps us sense the center gravity through our entire body. In yoga, you will commonly hear the four corners of the feet. And this simply means the big toe mound, the baby toe mound, and the outer edges of our heel. So you can see where the pink dots are showing on this video where the four corners of the feet are. So let's take a moment to come to standing. Let's come to stand in Tadasana. A beautiful quote for Tadasana is, "The sky above, earth below, brings peace within." In Tadasana, we come to standing and root down through our feet. You can feel the body grounding down and notice if you can soften the knees. Invite the belly button towards the spine by engaging the abdominal muscles. Soften your shoulders. Imagine that your chin is resting on a shelf. Imagine the lifting through the ears, the tip of the ears, and the crown of the head towards the sky. We root down through our feet to the earth, and crown of the head reaches for the sky. There are wonderful ways to ground yourself through your feet, especially when you do yoga in nature. When we are barefoot in nature and practicing yoga, we increase our serotonin and we release stress. The soles of your feet absorb Earth's magnetic field and negative ions. It helps the bioactivity of the body. So not only are you feeling these beautiful lengthening of the body and spine in this very strong Tadasana pose or mountain pose, you're also getting the benefits when you do yoga outside on a lawn or on a beautiful beach. So let's just notice the subtle sensations in the body. So when you bring awareness to grounding down through the four corners of the feet, you begin to naturally lift through the inner arch. As you stand there, pick up your toes and drop each toe back down to the earth. Spreading your toes is a very common cue from yoga teachers. Your toes help you with balance and center of gravity and how we navigate in the world. Yoga literally brings minding or mindfulness to your feet. Another great way to bring love to our feet is through foot rolling with a massage ball. This increases the circulation and releases the plantar fascia of the foot. And self-massage is part of the therapeutic yoga approach. All you need is a spiky massage ball, tennis ball, or even a small racket ball. With the ball rolling on your feet, you are bringing in relaxation as well as helping align the bones, joints, and muscles in the feet. When we stand firm in balance, what does that mean? Well, first of all, when we balance our feet, we become less compressed and we feel more balanced in general. When our feet are aligned, you don't feel misaligned. So you're not going to have to worry about getting further injuries to your neck, your knees, your hips, and carrying up the rest of your body. A well-balanced foot is a healthy way to keep your body aligned and in balance. And now we come to stability. When you notice your feet are healthier, your feet will become more flexible and strong, which will help you prevent future injuries. So let's take the posture of Baddha Konasana or butterfly. You can also do this with me if you're still standing. Come down to seated and just notice how you can bring the left sole of the foot together and the right sole of the foot connecting together. Again, I would like you to anchor down through the sits bones, and if you find that this is too hard on your hips or knees, you can sit up on a pillow or a foam block and place your yoga blocks under your knees for support. We like to do this pose to open up the hips and also feel the connection of the soles of the feet together. Close your eyes here, lengthen through the spine, bring in the tools of lifting through the tips of your ears, feel the crown of the head reaching for the sky. When you inhale, take the next moment as you exhale to slowly hinge forward from the hips. As you hinge forward from the hips, allow the head to soften, chin comes towards heart. You can stay here and breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, lengthening the inhale, and then allowing the exhale to be long, slow, and relaxed. We will also take this moment now to come down onto our backs. You will see more of this in the video when I start the 4-week series of Gentle Beginnings. This is knees to chest pose. There's a beautiful poem by Rumi, and part of this poem says, "I have been a seeker and I still am, but I stopped asking the books and the stars. I started listening to the teachings of my soul." When you come down onto your back, whether you're on your yoga mat or on your bed, just bring those knees into your chest. With 2 hands, hold on top of your knees. You can begin to rock from side to side or backwards and forwards. And now notice the skull, the back of your skull on the mat. And then gently draw your chin a little bit towards your heart. So we're lengthening through the cervical spine. Stay here for a couple more breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Let's absorb into peace. So what does this mean? This means coming into Shavasana. Simply stretch out on your yoga mat or on your bed. Place a pillow underneath your head. And if you have a bolster, you can place it underneath your knees. A nice way to release the lower back is by bringing that bolster under the knees. I invite you now to come back to your natural breath and listen to your heart whispers. As you lay there, notice, what are you thinking? What is your body telling you? And most of all, what is your heart feeling? Can you come back into the moment of just noticing your breath and allowing these thoughts to float away? Take this moment to absorb into a self-care and self-love practice. You can say this gentle mantra to yourself to bring your mind into focus instead of being like a puppy or a monkey mind, which is jumping all over the place, which is very normal when we're trying to relax. My favorite mantra is Om Shanti Hum. This means I am peace. Om Shanti Hum. Allowing yourself to relax here as long as you need to. And as you do so, I may just carry on with this workshop and invite you to join me for the 4-week series of Gentle Beginnings. By joining the Gentle Beginnings, you will advance your yoga practice. With the gentle therapeutic yoga, you will begin to feel good in your body and practice yoga for the body, mind, and soul. What will the investment be for this 4-week series? It's a very reasonable price of $45, including GST, and you will be able to have this series as long as you need it. It's downloadable and you can keep it and practice it for many, many years to come. You will receive your weekly yoga practice by a weekly yoga video, which will include a PDF format so you can see the actual visuals of each practice, each pose, and each cue in that week. You will have a private intake session, which we already talked about, where we will talk about your individual goals. You will also receive a weekly journal page where you can print this to track your progress, as well as any information about anatomy to help you further in this therapeutic yoga journey together. So to register for this 4-week series, it's very easy. You may register by email by emailing georginakylo@gmail.com. You can also pay your registration fee by e-transfer or PayPal. Thank you for joining me for this free workshop. I would like to invite you to download a PDF of the Happy Feet yoga practice where you can practice yoga for caring for the health of your feet. And I again invite you to join me for the next 4 weeks for the Gentle Beginnings Yoga series. Thank you and namaste, and I hope you have an amazing day.